Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Esteemed Gentleman podcast for Wednesday, May 19th. I'm your host, Scott Labrie. Joined alongside me, as always, we have Uncle Teabag himself, Tyler Sunt.
Hello, everybody.
And we have all day Eric Deshane in the house as well.
Hello.
How you boys doing with, you had a night off here in between. Was it kind of nice to not record a podcast?
Yeah, got to watch a movie.
A little bit of break.
Yeah, get some sleep.
Yeah, so of course we did announce on Monday that we're going to a more spread out schedule, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays now instead of every weekday, just kind of to help with our sanity and give us a little bit of a break during the week, which I know I appreciated it kind of last night there. So, but today, of course, we said we're going to be doing something special, and that's going to be ranking all the Marvel heroes, allies, sidekicks, whatever you want to call them. And, yeah, we're going to be doing that for you today. Should be a fun one. And we have the rankings here is the best, which I'm going to say only one person is going to go in the best, okay?
Okay.
So only one can be the best. And then we have A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier. And the very bottom one is need a reboot, so that's like so bad that they should just like scrap the character and just probably just go again with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'll go first here just to kind of show it off. So we organized this kind of by last names of the heroes. So first off, we have Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk, and I'm actually gonna put him in B tier, and he would have been a C tier if it wasn't for Thor Ragnarok and Professor Hulk in Endgame, because up until that point he was just very like Hulk smash, and I didn't really care much about Bruce Banner, the actual character, but Thor Ragnarok gave him more stuff to do, and then once we had the actual Professor Hulk, the Smart Hulk, in Endgame, it just added a bunch more to his character, and it made him a lot cooler in my book, so I put him in B. Do you guys agree?
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I actually, when I did mine, I put him in A because, I think he really helped develop the quantum gate, all that stuff. He was like detrimental, and like Endgame, he just totally redeemed it. I agree with you completely. Before he was kind of he had that little love story with Romanoff a bit, like But now that you say that with B, I think
more fair.
Yeah, that's
it's just because he isn't A because he hasn't been like hitting it the whole entire time. You know, he's just recently gotten good.
Seeing the Hulk for the first time in the Avengers, like seeing that Hulk smash was great, but then it became very one-dimensional. It's like, okay, he's just a dumb wrecking ball all the time, right? So I would definitely say C would have been a good choice there. Then with Endgame, he did kind of come up a little bit as a better character, because with Professor Hulk, he's like, he's smart and strong. So it worked out well that way. But I wouldn't say he's an A tier in my book either. I would definitely say B for sure. So. Yeah.
I don't know. I still feel like he should have been smashing more shit in Endgame. Send him after Thanos when he's like in full rage mode. That would have been sick to see. Just fucking beating the shit out of him with that. But I think B's fair. Fair.
They had that scene in Infinity War, and it scared him so much, right? So I guess what happens when Hulk meet Thanos, right? Just got his ass kicked.
I guess.
So he's changed ever since then, right? So it's. I don't know. I think it would have been cool to see again, but we got it, and it wasn't what we expected, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, B's good, I think.
All right, well, he stays in B. Who wants to go next with
James Buchanan Barnes? I can do it.
Yeah, I should go for it.
Sure.
I would say I would put Mr. Bucky Barnes in C. I think he'd be a C-rated hero at the moment. I mean, if it was just Winter Soldier, I would almost go D or need a reboot. But now we finally got that, right? So he's going up a little bit in my book. He's still, A tier, C tier, B tier. No, he's still working some stuff out. But I think a C rating at the moment is probably pretty fair for him at the moment. So
I don't know. I was aiming more for D. Like if it wasn't for the movie, he'd be needing a reboot. He's just kind of
Yeah,
there.
if it was
he's kind of a
Falcon
Kind of a little
Winter Soldier,
bitch.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, he's got the strong arm and everything, and I don't know. Yeah, he's Captain America's friend and stuff too, but he's just kind of meh.
I think with Falcon
He's-
and the Winter Soldier, it definitely bumped him up. I think he
Mm.
would have been a D tier, but I think this
Mm.
recent series puts him in C. I think I agree with Eric there.
Yeah, he finally became more relatable. You got to see that other side of him for that, not just a killing weapon, just another person. So yeah, and he could be better for sure. Just a matter of
he needs to do something monumental here.
yeah, exactly.
Because in my books, he's a D for sure.
Mm.
But if the consensus is C, okay, I'll allow it.
You have been outvoted.
Yeah, I've been outvoted. That's okay though. Steve's all right. He had and then facing his demons stuff like that too. Getting to know him a
Yeah.
little bit better definitely boosted him up
Mhm.
for sure. Okay, so C. I'll put him in C.
Cool. All right, Tyler,
Yeah.
you're up next with
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. Yes.
I don't know, man. He's got a bow and arrow. What is he gonna do?
Arrow
Nothing.
guy.
He's a good actor. He's a good character. The guy,
Yeah.
Jeremy Renner's a great actor with him, and he's always willing to help out. He's usually game. It kind of goes rogue there in Endgame and stuff, but I don't know. He's D for sure for me. He's D. If he disappeared from the show, I'd feel like not really missing anything. Not for me anyway. I don't know.
So Tyler, you say D.
I say D. Yeah, D for sure.
I think he actually belongs in C because just looking at this list, there are actually people who will be belonging in D that I think Hawkeye is a lot better than. Yeah, I think he's on the same kind of wavelength as Winter Soldier there. He had a couple. At the beginning he wasn't that cool, but he's got a couple shining moments. He had his Ronin moments there. He had the big fight with him and Black Widow on who was gonna sacrifice themselves, and he was gonna sacrifice himself, and he had his family come back at the end. And he kind of endeared himself towards the end for me. I vote to bump him up to C.
I am with Scott on this one as well. Sorry, Tyler. I think
That's fine.
same. Endgame, he was a big part of it with that for sure. He's kind of the one that kind of.
If it wasn't for Endgame, honestly, he needed
Sorry,
a
not
reboot.
Endgame. Age of Ultron. Sorry.
Oh.
He was the one steadfast character throughout the whole movie. He's the one that kept everybody kind of in line almost in that. So he was the one that kind of made Wanda see her potential, brought her on for everything else, and then with Endgame 2 as well, he saw the other side of him and just how it can be, right? So I think he's C rated for sure in that. So yeah.
Voted again.
Yeah.
All good.
Bitch.
Hey, we're all friends here. I guess I should explain kind of the criteria of what we're not voting on who's the strongest total, just kind of maybe not overall importance, but just characters that we love the most and that sort of thing, and just kind of popularity contest almost kind of thing. But yeah, moving on, we have Captain Marvel, and I am gonna put her in C. One, she's okay. She's not totally if I were just judging based on her character, she'd probably be in a D. But she's more useful than some of the other useless characters who are going to end up in D. Therefore, she bumps it up to C. But she is so powerful that it's you should be cooler than what you are.
She should be best.
She should be the best.
Not, yeah.
Because she could annihilate any of these guys.
Yep.
Easily.
Yeah.
But she's just such a self-centered, look at me, I do what I want. How come she doesn't just come down here now? But I got other plans to worry about. Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut
yeah.
up. Go away.
The shit happens here, so why the hell?
I'm voting D again.
You're voting.
But she is so freaking powerful that
Yes.
she should get that boost.
Yeah.
So I'll agree with C.
Yeah,
She is super powerful. She's gotta come back and redeem herself.
Yeah, hopefully this next movie, The Marvels, she gets a little bit better of a movie with her tag team.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you. C is a good
C?
rating. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
Eric, you're up next with Doctor Strange.
Another one who incredibly powerful, but his attitude and the way he is really drives me up the wall. That Mr. Know-It-all, too good for everybody else. But he should be awesomely powerful. Should be great, but just kind of comes off as a dick most of the time. So I just don't.
He redeemed himself in the movie. I have to
He did.
disagree. He's an A for sure, man.
For me,
No.
B.
Oh yeah.
For me,
Oh, yeah.
he's B. Like
B?
B.
I don't know.
He isn't
Because he starts off as such an egotistical, smart ass,
Yeah.
narcissist, whatever,
Mhm.
and then he just kind of does what he has to do, and I don't know, and then he just takes on the role. He does it, and he sees the sacrifice that people are making. He realizes the danger of everything that's happening, and he's in New York, and he's helping out, and he's sarcastic, he's funny, he's just like, and he's powerful, and I don't know. I think he's.
In Infinity War, he's with him and Tony Stark. You get two Tony Starks at the same time. And I'm like, you don't need this. I didn't like that. So, but now
They fed off each other pretty good though.
yeah.
Because he's in the old way. He's learning the old way, but he's also still kind of a smart ass too.
Yeah.
So he knows what has to be done, and like even when they're on the ship, when he gets abducted by that weird sorcerer guy too, and helps them, and he knows that what he has to be like. Well, like he knows all this stuff that's happening, and he still plays it cool, and he knows what he has to do, and the one way, and even though he could have just like picked an alternative where he might have lived, maybe, but he didn't. He just knows what's right. I don't know. I think he deserves an A for sure. That's
Scott?
me. That's me.
What's you're the verdict here, Scott?
I would even say he belongs maybe in C, but I'll compromise and say leave him in B.
B.
You guys. Maybe we'll agree on something here tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, A is like, okay, there can only be one the best, and the A is like right underneath it.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have
like
some
a top 3 in A, and then there's the best. Doctor Strange should be an A. He's top 3.
No way.
He's so powerful, man. He's got the fucking time stone.
No.
Oh, fucked up. Rewind.
No more.
Open up a portal. Let's deliver the boys. Get him over here. Yeah, he came through like all the circles. Like, come on. Endgame, they wouldn't have been victorious if it wasn't for him. He knew it was him. It was all him.
The effects were cool. He wasn't so cool.
He stopped the waterfall from happening at one point in the final fight. So that was super.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, B it is then. Fuck you guys. So stupid.
Well, you're next.
I don't like this game anymore. Drax. Why do I always get stuck with the idiots? Drax. He's funny.
He is funny.
But he's a tool, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, he's got some good one-liners. He's strong, but he's really stupid. Very literal. Yeah. I'm going to say C. Probably.
Yeah.
Because he does complete the group. Like, he's... Like, when things are tense and he says something just so dickish and so literal, it just, like, it makes me laugh so hard.
He does break the mood in that sense. But again, this is a character where I would even almost put him in D because... C and D level because he's Drax the Destroyer, yet we don't see the Destroyer part of it. Like he said, like Batista said in his interview, like we don't see that side of what he can be yet, right? So I'd almost say the lower the better because he needs to be like properly reworked again and be that much better of a character. I would say so. Yeah, C. I'm agree with you on C as well, though. So
yeah, I think C, D or C for sure.
Yeah.
I think C's pretty generous, maybe, but I just like Dave Bautista does such a great job with him.
He does a great job with it, right? So yeah, as that character itself, it's fun to watch him, and he's gotten better with it, and it's
for sure.
I was gonna say because he's so funny to me, like he's a B in my books, just because of like his comedic chops. Like he almost carries like the Guardians of the movies, Galaxy movies to me. Like, he's like the funniest character in my books, but.
Which you think would be Quill, but no, like it's falling on Drax because it's just his humor and his
his literalness and
for sure.
Nothing goes above my head. I'd catch it. I'm too fast.
And when he's pretending to be, he's like invisible. I'm standing so still that I become invisible. Oh my god! I was almost in tears laughing at that man. He's amazing. Yeah,
okay.
C.
But I know I'm not gonna get the votes, so yeah, we'll say C.
Yeah, I think C.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Yay.
Gamora,
she's awesome.
Well, if Drax is C, I'm gonna say Gamora is also C. I don't know. Besides being like the love interest, I don't really think she does a whole lot in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I mean, she's okay of a fighter. She uses a sword, which cool. Drax also uses knives, so you're kind of like the same character almost. You're both green. Like I don't know. Like she's definitely like badass, and I'm curious to what's gonna happen with this like third Guardians movie now that she's doesn't know who the other Guardians are anymore and that sort of thing. So we'll see what that kind of goes with. But yeah, like other than that, like I don't know, her like story arc with her sister Nebula is meh. yeah. So I'd say C. She's not like totally useless, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll agree.
Me too. I think that's another character in that series. Like, suffers from, again, Gamora was like one of the strongest fighters in the universe and like an amazing person, but we don't see that again, right? So it's almost not fair for that. So I think C is fair as well with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, Eric, you're up next with the Groot.
With I am Groot. I'm gonna get flack for this, but I love this character when we first came on. Simple and lovable. I want to put him in A.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no. To me,
better than Doctor Strange. Get out of here, man.
Yeah, and for me, anyways, it's like that because he's incredibly powerful. He's damn near immortal. The guy won't die, and he's like important to a lot of the major moments within the Marvel the Avengers universe, right? So, like without him, Thor wouldn't have Stormbreaker. Without him, the Guardians wouldn't survive that crash with his sacrifice. Like I don't know. To me, it's probably a bit much, but that's just my own personal take on the character because I love the character so much. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think he's better than Doctor Strange, so I'm sticking with B. Yeah. He'll be equal to or a little less.
Yeah.
I agree with Eric that he is A tier. Baby Groot is like one of the best characters ever. You just get the whole gambit. You get the first bit where, he's just like, okay, he says his name, but then he says, "We are Groot" at the end of Guardians 1, and then he sacrifices himself, and you get a little teary-eyed, you're like, "Oh, I am Groot too." And then you're like, oh, he gets put in a pot of plant, comes back in Guardians 2, Baby Groot sets the world on fire. Everybody loves Baby Groot. Gonna be the most popular baby thing until Baby Yoda shows up years later.
Oh God!
and then once we get to like Infinity War Endgame, then you have teenage Groot who's just like playing on his Game Boy and like doesn't want to listen to Rocket or whatever. So good. You have that part where in Infinity War where he goes, "I am Groot" to Captain America, and he's like, "I am Steve Rogers."
Yeah.
So for that, I say I agree with Eric. He's an A tier for sure.
You're wrong, but let's move on.
I didn't know you like Doctor Strange so much. That's what I'm getting out of this.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he's cool, man. He's awesome.
You think you look like him? Is that why?
No.
With your goatee, that's why you're growing it out?
You could pull it off.
No. I don't think so.
All right, you're up next with Ant-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler.
He's the best. He is the best.
You're saying he's the best?
He is the best. He's started off as a crook and trying to make a good living for his family. Gets caught. He's kind of a dumbass. He's a dumbass. And he worships the Avengers, thinks that's so fucking cool. He's like a fanboy, and he's got Hank Pym's suit. He can go big, he can go small. He knows how to travel through the quantum realm. He knows how to do all this shit. He's my favorite character. He's definitely my favorite character. And like when he comes back, and he sees his daughter and she's all grown up and he missed all that, that just crushed me so bad. And like he just wanted to fix everything and bring it back, and he was like, "What do we got to do? I'll do it. I'll be the guinea pig. I'll do whatever I have to do to whatever." And and at the end when he gets like super big and he punches that spaceship out of the sky, like how fucking awesome is that, man? And he's just a normal dude. And he's just doing this crazy shit. And then, like when he gets really big and like the Ant-Man and the Wasp, and he gets tired, he's like, "I'm just gonna lay down for a bit here." It's just all fucking, I don't know. I think he's awesome, man, and his movies are super entertaining. I think he's the best. He's the best.
Listen, I'm a big fan of Ant-Man. Real big fan of Ant-Man. I don't think he's the best. He's an A tier. I don't think he's the best, though.
Well, I mean, he can get his ass kicked by just about anybody, but I just like him just because he's overall just hilarious and a good character. and he's played by a very good actor.
You got Iron
well.
Man, Captain America, Spider-Man on this list. Ant-Man is not the best. Okay.
He's the best. He is the best.
I guess I'm the tiebreaker. I agree with Tyler.
You guys
He
have made a
is the
mockery of
best.
this list already.
Nope, no mockery.
It is
He-
so wrong.
Nope. No, Scott Lang, man. A character
so-
that came out of nowhere, and it's one of my favorites as well too. It's
When we're doing something like this, like we're arguing about the best, I think we have to have an actual good debate, like a top 2 or 3 who are
oh
considered
yeah,
probably the best, and then maybe we can change our minds after.
Okay.
But for
Yeah.
now, he is.
I'll
the best.
I'll leave him in the best for now.
for now, yeah.
He's
We
the
can talk
best.
about it. Yeah, we'll
my
discuss it
absolute favorite.
afterwards. No, so Tyler's the best. Got it.
Ooh yeah!
Tyler gets one, and it
Mhm.
ruins the whole thing.
We all get one.
Where's all they shut up? Come on. You think Groot's A? Like it's a tree
Yeah.
that says, I am Groot. Wow.
And Baby Groot, come on now.
And what does he do? He sacrificed. Yeah, okay, he sacrificed himself, but so did Black Widow. So did,
And we haven't talked
Everybody
Black Widow
else.
yet.
And then he like,
Black Widow
Yeah.
might be an A tier.
she's not though. Stop. We're not even there yet. Stop. Carly's gonna hate me for that one, but she's definitely not A tier. Sorry.
All right, well, I'm up next with Loki. And I'm going to say
Loki.
Loki is an A tier.
What?
Because he's I don't know. I mean, because I guess, like, he is cool, but most of the time he is a villain. Until the kind of towards the end in Ragnarok and that sort of thing. That's when he kind of becomes good. And then we haven't really seen him in his due show, so I can't really judge. I'll put him down. Whoops. I'll put him down to a B tier, actually.
E tier, hey?
B
Jesus.
tier.
I think that's fair. B tier.
I think when he, like when he took one for the team in
Mhm.
Endgame there with Thanos and stuff, I was like, holy shit, I did not expect that.
hmm
And like how upset Thor was. Yeah, B. I'd say, yeah, B, I'll agree with you on that one.
Yeah, and
For
yeah,
sure.
and
He
it's
has
all-
potential to be a good man,
Yeah,
but he's still a selfish, conniving
Mm-hmm.
trickster, which he
And
does
now-
very well.
yeah. And now the new show we're getting is going to be him back to. We don't see that character change again. Him to his old ways again, right? So we'll see
Yeah.
if he can change again or how it's going to be with that. And
Right?
yeah, and to me, he's very much an agent of chaos kind of person. So he's always kind of fun to watch. You never know what he's thinking, and
Right.
looks out for number one. But yeah, I think B is fair as well.
Still did try to take over the world though.
Mm-hmm.
Still
We all love a
still
good
bad.
villain, though. So
still
yeah,
bad.
That's fair.
Yeah, B's good. I think that's agreeable.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Eric, you're up next with Mantis.
Mantis, I think this one's simple. I put her in D.
B.
Yeah, D.
She
tier.
is.
I mean,
she
I
is.
don't mind the character, but it's
She's
as
good
a
for
character-
Drax.
Yeah, like
That's it.
good person to kind of go off of, and how her character is fine. But as what she kind of contributes to everything else, yeah, she has her moments, but like they did it well without her in the first one. Second one, she kind of came into her own. It was a cool character, but
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
she's
we did it
definition of D tier for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sure.
Well, that was easy. Tyler, you have Wanda Maximoff, aka Scarlet Witch.
I am a huge fan of her. And
Mhm.
after watching Wanda Vision and her achieving such full power and finally coming to terms with everything and with Vision and how she just wanted that family lifestyle and all that stuff too, and she's just so fucking powerful now too. You know, through all this rage and stuff, she's definitely A tier. She was close for the best for me.
Mhm.
I feel like the Scarlet Witch might do something bad where she might become a villain later on, which is also kind of cool too, maybe. But I don't know. I think she's A tier for me. She's definitely A tier. Definitely A tier.
If it
Because all
wasn't,
the shit that she goes through, and she could have been so bad, but she chose to still kind of stick to doing the right thing when she was like with Ultron and stuff and losing her brother, and you know, and how Stark Industries kind of fucking killed her family. Even though with all that, she still tried to make. She wanted to create her own world, but she didn't quite kill everybody, even though what she was doing in the town was pretty terrible. But she didn't really know that she was doing it. Kind of subconsciously, maybe she did, but
yeah.
tried to justify it, and then when she did realize what she was doing was bad, she
Mhm.
stopped. And yeah, she's A.
Like
tier.
if it wasn't before, if it was before WandaVision, I would say almost like D or even need a reboot because that was one of the characters like, oh, she's there, powerful, but who she is and what she is, we don't really know or
Right.
haven't seen yet. Now seeing all this aspect now, yeah, definitely up there for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I in my list, I would almost put her in a B because of
I was
what she
thinking B
did.
too.
Of what she did in the series with yes, she is powerful, but at the same time she's at the end of it, now she's finally controlling it, but she didn't control it. She was just a walking weapon. So like she was a little on the dangerous side. But now at the end of the season, yeah, it's you see her learning about her powers and who she is and what she can do. So I don't think she will turn into a heel, be a bad guy. I think she'll still stay, good natured, but she definitely has her own agenda, what she wants to do with stuff from now on. But yeah, I mean, A is fair, and I don't mind it with A2 as well. She's definitely powerful and definitely strong. So yeah.
I was gonna say I say possibly B tier just because, WandaVision was great and like to like Eric said like, but up until then she was kind of just a background character, and like yeah she does become the Scarlet Witch at the end, but like we haven't really seen her at like her max powers yet and that sort of thing. We haven't like seen her be super awesome. We have like maybe like a tiny little glimpse of it, but that sort of thing. So like that's the only thing that's keeping her out of A tier for me.
She has the potential to be amazing. Just hopefully we see it.
Yeah. I think that's the reason why I wanted her to be an A tier is because I do see like she could potentially be like so insanely powerful. But you're right, we haven't seen it yet. So who knows what she's gonna do with that power? So
exactly.
Yeah, maybe I could change my mind and maybe put her in B as well. Yeah, you might be right. I have such high hopes that she's gonna be fucking just badass.
And plus, she's adorable,
which I'm pretty sure.
Hell, so yeah.
Yes, that? She's what?
Adorable as all hell too.
Oh
so,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, B's good. Let's put her in B.
Okay. I'm up next, right? Yes.
Yes.
We got Nebula. Nebula needs a reboot. Nebula is the most useless character in the whole MCU. She doesn't add anything to any of the Guardians movies. I guess she has some tiny little importance in Endgame because they needed to figure out some way for Thanos to figure out what's going on and come back to Earth. But like, yeah, other than that, like, I don't know, her character is so bland and so boring. It's like what's the Karen Gillan?
Karen Gillian.
Yeah, like you totally forget that it's her under that because like I guess she is supposed to be like a cyborg, so she plays a cyborg really well. But yeah, like I don't care about her being tortured by her dad at all. Her like I said, like her and Gamora's relationship is total stupidness, and I don't give a crap about it. So yeah, I say she needs a reboot.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh shit!
I would say even D, like at the very most a D to be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
When I made my list, I had her up in B because I like that
a B. What?
Yes, I like that whole tension between her and her sister and everything, and then like just seeing how far she came, like when she's playing with Tony Stark and Iron Man, and she's kind of like loosening up a little bit and trying to help out, and then she's finally getting revenge on her dad who had her so fucking brainwashed with all this shit and tortured her and fucking treated her like garbage, and she was like suffering from Stockholm syndrome. I gobbled that right up. But
listen, if James Gunn can't make you fun, you suck. Like, all right.
I don't know. I thought she was. I don't know, but she does get her ass kicked pretty easy almost every time too. She just keeps falling apart and rebuilding herself. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think she deserves a reboot.
Yeah, in my list she was a D, a B. So D. Yeah, a D.
D. Okay, I'll go with Eric and go D.
All right.
She doesn't need a reboot. Stop it, Scott.
Yeah.
Stop it.
She avoids the trap.
You're not gonna like who I think needs a reboot, but.
All right, well, Eric, you're up next with Nick motherfucking Fury.
Nicholas J.
Yeah.
I mean, Samuel L. Jackson was an awesome choice for that character because it's based off the Ultimate Marvel version, which is it's pretty much built around Samuel L. Jackson himself as an actor, and I just loved seeing him for the first time. And Iron Man was like that awesome tease, like, oh my god, this is happening kind of thing. And since then, it's just been I loved it. So I would put him in B. He's being on my list. Is he all powerful? Is he amazing? No, but he knows what he is. He knows the secrets. He knows what he can do, and
Yeah.
He's the mastermind behind all of this, pretty much.
He's one that keeps everything together, man. He keeps shit tight.
And without him, the shit goes south. Like,
Yeah.
they needed him in Civil War because if it wasn't, they just needed something level-headed, but they took him out of it.
Yep.
That would be the easy out. So yeah, it's
For sure. And like even how he guided Spider-Man in. Well, that wasn't actually him though.
but
That wasn't him, so I guess that doesn't really count.
But I enjoyed him a lot in Captain Marvel because that was like with that whole buddy cop aspect and just seeing
That was cool.
him being Samuel L. Jackson in another movie was great. Yeah, so
Yeah, honestly, that was my favorite part of that whole movie. Captain Marvel was him, and
being a cop and like just what's all this and figuring it all out. And
yeah,
I'm not
working with Coulson again.
Just a cop almost. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on B.
Scotticus.
Scott.
Yeah, I agree on B there for sure.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, Tyler, you're up next with Okoye.
Need a reboot. I do not give a shit at
all.
Wow. Don't really.
Mm-hmm.
And she's there. She's. I don't know. I vaguely remember her character at all. So I think she needs a reboot. She didn't stand out. She wasn't like, too monumental to me.
See, yeah. I'd put her maybe upwards of maybe a C because I think she's badass. In fact, I would think if she were to be the next Black Panther, that'd be pretty dope.
Well, yeah, but again, though, like to me, she's just there as to keep Black Panther's shadow. She's just there to be there. And when you see that Wakanda's back in Falcon and Winter Soldier, I thought we were going to see her, but we don't see her. We see like her second in charge. It's like, well, what the hell? Where's Okoye at? Because that should be her doing this stuff, not just her lackey doing it, right? So I'm with Tyler on that one. Like that's someone who deserves to be reworked a lot better and be better in that. Hopefully now with the Black Panther she could be, and maybe she could.
But I don't think she's worse than Mantis or Nebula.
Oh, we're on par with.
Mantis is funny. Nebula, I liked her.
Yeah, she has a few.
Okoye, I don't remember hardly anything.
Badass, she can fight good, but man.
All right. You guys are racist. I get it.
Sorry.
Shut up. Racist.
Play that card. God,
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Well,
all right, Scotty.
Up next, we got Spider-Man.
Oh, the third attempt of a Spider-Man.
He is an A-tier Spider-Man. He's the best Spider-Man so far. Tom Holland is fantastic as Peter Parker. Mm-hmm. It's kind of cool thing that they're doing with like the whole he's Tony Stark's protege kind of thing. I like what they're doing with that. Yeah, he's close to being the best because like both his movies are good. He's just a fun character, but yeah, I'd say he's an A-tier.
Right. And if we go based on like his skill level and all that stuff too, I would say he's probably C or B, but just because of how much growth he is and like his character, he's definitely A-tier. His movies were the best ones to watch, probably. The top best. And the shit that he goes through and how he still comes out, tries to balance, school life, relationships, being a hero, all that stuff. Yeah, A-tier for sure. That Tony Stark and him bond, father-son thing. Ugh, so good. Makes me sad thinking about it.
That scene at end of Endgame, yeah, that was like, oh no.
Yeah.
And Infinity War 2 as well. When that tore my heart in two. Yeah.
Don't need much convincing for A-tier. Yeah, he's definitely A-tier.
Cool. All right, he sticks an A-tier. Eric up next with Pepper Potts and Rescue.
I put her in D. Yeah, like because Rescue, I love like Iron Man. Another version of Iron Man is always cool, and Rescue's cool, but like that's all that's all that is, right? Just a woman version of Iron Man. All right, but Pepper Potts is an interesting character, but all she did was just run Stark's business, and that was it. And they have a married, have a kids, but that's kind of all her character was. So
yeah. I would have put her in need a reboot, but
yeah, to me D is fair enough because again, I always look Rescue's look and the cool looking armor with it too, but
she made a good girlfriend for Tony Stark there, so they've played off each other pretty good.
Yep, I agree. D, probably
D.
All right, Tyler, you're up next with Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord.
Peter Quill, I'll give him C probably. C. He's a good actor and everything. I just don't. His character is kind of. I don't know. Hey, he's kind of a goof. I get that. he's funny and whatever, but he just I don't know. He's too whiny.
I'll be honest. I liked him when he first came out. The last few incarnations of him, I was almost sick of the character.
Yeah, and even in Infinity War, he lost a lot of brownie points for that infamous scene.
Yeah, but like he found out that Gamora died. He killed her.
Back him in the head when we're trying to hypnotize him. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
it's like fucking Spider-Man just sort of flipped him on the thing and shut him up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I'm with you there. I think C. Or I would even put him D even lower, just because like
what?
Not D. No, not quite D. No. Let's not get too hasty now.
I was gonna say B. I like him. He's a funny guy. He's the second funniest person in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, but I mean, their egos were annoying to watch in the second one though too, because that was the big part of that too. Was him and Rocket fighting the whole time. It was like, okay, like this, get over yourself a little bit and just kind of get along. But I don't know. Just, yeah, I think C's fair.
All right.
Yeah, C.
I'm up next with Monica Rambo, aka Photon. Well, she hasn't been called Photon yet, but that's her name. Just because we haven't really seen much of her, I'm gonna put her in D. We'll see how she does, like in her next movie, The Marvels. There, but yeah, just kind of we only saw her in Wanda Vision, and she wasn't the main character. She had a kind of a semi-important role, but looks like she got kind of cut out of the finale there quite a bit. So yeah, I'll say she's in D for now.
That's fair.
Yeah. That's fair. I'll agree. Yeah.
I'm curious to see where it is, but yeah, her too is like, okay, you're just a interesting character with a neat power, but what it is and what you can do, we still don't know yet. So yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right, Eric. War Machine, aka
James Rhodes, War Machine. I love Iron Man suits. I love War Machine especially too. Just the whole fully armored to the tits and just gonna raise hell kind of stuff. So I have him in B category for myself, just because I love the aesthetic of it. I love him as a character, and I always loved War Machine. So seeing him on the big screen was an awesome moment for me. So yeah, especially in Iron Man 2, that fight scene in the courtyard there was really cool. So just I loved it. So
that was Iron Patriot, not War Machine. Okay.
No, Iron Patriot, no. I never did like that. Well, that's to me. I hear Iron Patriot, I think of not Osborn. Oscorp. Who is the Green Goblin?
Yeah.
In Spider-Man?
Yeah, Osborn. Yeah.
Yeah, he becomes the Iron Patriot in the comic book series, and they kind of took the name from that because that should be a turning point in the Spider-Man's world, but you never see that. So yeah, I never did like the Iron Patriot aspect of it. I always just like War Machine, and that was it. Especially when Punisher becomes the War Machine. That's even better. But yeah. For me, B.
Yeah, I just figured he was more of a background character. I put him in D.
I'd put him in C. I don't think he's a B.
Yeah, I don't think he's a B either. Like he's
like the suit's cool, but everything outside the suit is whatever.
Right.
And
like his character is kind of whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a government guy. He works and he does his thing. And you need me? Okay, yeah, I'll be there. Cool. And that's about it. Yeah.
They changed actors after the first one.
Yeah, bad. I didn't mind the first guy, but that was a conflict, I guess. So yeah.
Yeah.
Or saying C then.
C's good.
Okay.
Let's put him in C. Just because when he started bombing all those little space dogs in Infinity War, that was pretty badass.
Yeah.
Rocket barrage. I'm like, I want him to do more of that. Then he'd be a B. Blow more shit up, man. Come on.
Cool. All right. You're up next, Hal, with Rocket Raccoon.
I freaking love Rocket Raccoon, and I think Bradley Cooper does an awesome job voicing him. He's mostly just comic relief for me, because he doesn't really serve much purpose either. But I like how he keeps Thor in check in Endgame. Keeps his eye on the ball, kind of, because even though Raccoon is kind of a scatterbrain too, like he knows what he wants, he sees it, and he goes for it. But I really like him. I think he's at least B tier. He's really good, and he's really funny.
He's on my list of B as well. Yeah.
I would agree with B.
Yeah, Cooper did an amazing job. I can't get over is Bradley Cooper doing the voice. It's so
Dude, I didn't even know that was him the first time I watched it.
And just how the character is and just fun to watch. Oh yeah, it was awesome on that point. Yeah, so definitely B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'm up next
Oh,
with Steve Rogers, Captain America,
Mm-hmm.
aka the best hero in MCU. You
Best.
talk about Ant-Man being stuck in the quantum realm for 5 years. How about Captain America being stuck in ice for 70 years? Never being able to go on a dance with Peggy Carter. Waking up, having to see her die. This man has sacrificed the whole entire time. He is the definition of a good guy. When it comes to Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, he goes out of his way. He has to save him because he's the only guy that connects him to his past. He's the only friend that he has still alive.
He's holding on to something from his past.
And you have this man who has sacrificed this whole entire time. And he gets
By sleeping.
No.
I'm just kidding.
He gets sent back in time. He has to go get the what's it called? The Tesseract from the 1950s or wherever. And he sees Peggy Carter. Every regular man would have just said, "You know what, Tony? Take this back. I'm just going to stay here and live my life." Not Captain America. He knew he had to go back and finish the fight and
Bros
do what
before hoes.
he lifted Thor's hammer. He is worthy. Ant-Man, not worthy. Couldn't lift anything
Hey,
without his
he
suit.
sacrificed. Dude, he didn't even get to see his daughter grow up. He didn't get to see none of that shit. It was like
Captain America didn't even have a family.
Well, I mean, yeah, so he had nothing to lose. I mean, come on. I'm just kidding. That's harsh to say. I'll agree with you. Yes. Yeah, for sure. He always makes the noble choice every time, but he's too noble. He's too much of a hero. Just, I don't know. No, I'm just fucking with you. Now he's A tier for sure. He's A tier. Not, I don't know about the best.
He's the
He's
best.
been the best for now. Yeah, we can talk about it there. I don't know about the best, unfortunately, for myself.
Oh my god. Well. Okay, let's leave it up there, and then
We'll
at
put
the
him in
end,
the best for
we'll
now.
see who's the best. Okay,
Yep.
put him in the best for now. So we got two of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Eric, you're up next with Black Widow.
Oh boy, Carly's gonna hate me.
Nah, she'll hate me too. That's fine.
I have her in. I hate to say this. I have her in C.
Oh,
I mean,
I would have went lower myself.
D.
But...
Yeah,
What?
no, it's I mean, to me, C is a fair point for in between because she does make the ultimate sacrifice so they can win at the end of the day. That is noble of her, and I am looking forward to her movie to see some more of her backstory because we don't see any of that. We know a little bit of some visions in Age of Ultron, but and she did give up a lot. You have a life pretty much to become this person, right? So I mean, it's fair, but again, she's just it's another spy, just same as Hawkeye, just there being the spy and just doing what they can. But
I think she has better moments than Hawkeye, though. Like I'd say she's a B tier. I'd say that because
I don't know, man. I think C.
Yeah.
Y'all are crazy, but all right.
I think
we'll put her in C.
I think C. As good as Hawkeye, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say she's as good as Nick Fury and Doctor Strange and the Hulk for sure.
No.
All right.
Carly would agree with you. Actually, Carly, I think when she did this, she put her as the best next to Wanda.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she likes strong females. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I do too. Don't get me wrong, but
Are you sure about that? Looking at her list.
well, Wanda, I would have put A, but you guys had to put her down to B, man.
There's one. There's one.
Okay, speaking of females,
yeah, Shuri here.
Shuri needs a reboot. Because I don't hardly remember her either. Maybe it could be because I just didn't enjoy as much as everybody else did Black Panther movie.
Well, that's because you're flying that swastika sign out of your window. No, I'm just kidding.
Would you stop? Stop it. Damn it. No, I just Was she the scientist? I don't even know who she was, honestly.
Yeah, she's like the
But she
genius
was-
sister who makes all this,
Right,
all
the
the
one that
tech and
was
stuff.
trying to extract the memory stone, whatever, from
From Vision, yeah.
the Mind Stone. Sorry, from Vision. Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't know, whatever.
I mean, yeah, I think that's fair because we're gonna see her again in the new Panther movie coming up, where she could even be the new Black Panther. So it's not a fair judgment, I think, to put her in a reboot because we're gonna see a new version of her almost probably coming up here shortly. So I mean, I would almost put her in D too, but again, yeah, either or.
I'd say D just because if we're like comparing her to like Mantis or Nebula, like at least like she
Yeah.
like jokes around with her brother and like kind of shows some sort of character, and she
Mhm.
has like some importance with being the genius and that sort of thing. And I don't know.
But again, too, she's like supposed to be smarter than Tony Stark and smarter than oh hell, what's the one we haven't seen yet? The Mr. Incredible.
Oh, Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic, yeah. Reed Richards.
Mhm.
And we still, yeah, she's smart, but like, she just makes cool things. But I don't know. So I think D's fair.
All right,
Put her in D.
Mhm.
D.
Who's that? Was that Tyler or just that or Eric?
That was me.
All right, so I'm back with Tony Stark, Iron Man. He needs a reboot. No, I'm just kidding.
Agreed. No.
I'm gonna put Tony Stark in a tier.
I'll agree with
He
you.
is my number 2 after Captain America. They're neck and neck. They're very close. Of course, you have the very heartbreaking end of him sacrificing his life and bringing everybody back and that sort of thing. And yeah, I mean, like he kicked the whole MCU off with a fantastic movie.
Yep.
And yeah, what more can you say?
Well, even like when he at the starting of Endgame, he had a family, he had a good life. Things were, you know, and he's like, I like what I have. I don't want to lose it, and he lost it.
Mm-hmm.
He sacrificed it all for everybody. That's the ultimate sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even be a competition between him and Captain America to me, but he made the ultimate sacrifice. He was worthy. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you.
A tier for sure.
A tier.
A tier. Yeah. I will agree completely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Eric, you're up next with T'Challa and the Black Panther.
Black Panther. I always loved Black Panther, the character. I just always was fascinated by it, and T'Challa's always been a strong, awesome person to watch. Chadwick Boseman brought an awesome energy to the character that no one saw coming. So, but even still, he wasn't like he was there. He was just a strong character, and that was kind of it. He wasn't on. I wouldn't put him in A. He wasn't on par with Tony Stark or Spider-Man. To me, I have him on my list as a B character because he is still vital to the story and what happens along the lines there. But I think that's a fair spot for him to put him in the B, just to kind of have him there and just be part of the story. And yeah,
and how he,
I
I was
agree
gonna
with you
say with how he's like, they want to keep Wakanda isolated and not part of anybody else's shit, right? But then he's like, he opened it up
he opens it up,
and he helped Bucky and he helped all those guys, and he, I'd say he's B, probably.
If we got more of him,
and he did awesome.
Yeah.
He was a great character.
If it wasn't for Chadwick's unfortunate demise, we'd hopefully see more of him. I would put him higher up, but we won't see this again, unfortunately. It does suck. So yeah.
It does.
What we got is what we got. Yeah.
Yeah. B for sure.
Yep, I agree.
There we go.
Tyler, you're up next with Thor.
Thor. I don't know. He's okay. He was kind of a moderate, whatever, strong, powerful guy. Not too much character to him. He was kind of between him and his brother. I thought actually in the first movie, the first two, the Loki was the more interesting character than him, really. And Natalie Portman, I like her more than him. He was kind of whatever, but like in the later movies, like Infinity War and Endgame, Thor Ragnarok, he really stepped up, and his character is a lot more laid back, kind of goofy. And then, of course, we got Fat Thor from Endgame, was freaking hilarious. He just like total character shift. It was almost too much of a character shift, almost like borderline. I'm like, hey, this is really weird seeing him like this, but I'll put him in B. I'm gonna have to say B for me. B tier for sure.
if it wasn't for Ragnarok and later movies, I would
Yeah.
almost put him in like C or even D.
I would have put him in D if it wasn't for
Yeah,
Ragnarok and
like
up.
he
for
was
me.
just a
Yeah.
strong, dumb idiot, surfer boy. That's all he was. Now, see this whole list out of him where he's funny and relatable and great to watch. Yeah, I think B is a great move up for sure. So yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'll say I could even see him in C and A, but yeah, B's alright.
Mhm.
I'm up next with Valkyrie. She hasn't been in a ton of movies, but the movies that she has been in, I think she's kind of shined. Like, I think she was really good in Thor Ragnarok. And then in Endgame, there you have the cool scene of her like flying her horses and shit like that, and taking all the air vehicles and giving Spider-Man a lift there with while he's hitching a ride.
Yeah.
So I'd say I would put her in C tier. That's my going with.
Yeah. I feel like that might be a little generous, but yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I think so.
one that kind of takes over for Thor when Thor becomes all PTSD kind of thing. So yeah, it was,
Yeah, exactly.
that's fair. I think that's
Yeah, C's fair.
Now she is the ruler of Asgard because Thor kind of stepped down there. So yeah, I mean, potential for her hopefully is good. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Cool. Eric, you're up next with the Wasp.
Wasp. When I first made my list, I actually had her in the B category because to me, I like her. She's Scott Lang, but actually smart and capable and knows her stuff, right? So
Yeah.
then she's a great pairing with what the hell was the actor for Ant-Man?
Paul Rudd.
There you go.
Rudd,
He's disqualified the best. You can't even remember the actor's name. I'm just kidding.
They
This iconic character.
Yeah, I think they pair well together. And no, I think to me B is she is able to pretty much use the full potential of pin particles and the whole aspect of that universe with your story, right? So yeah, I put her at B.
Yeah, I'll agree with you.
I'll disagree and say she probably is C at best.
Really?
C at best.
Well, compared to Scott Lang, she is just like a nothing person. Like, I don't know, she's like doesn't have much character at all. Like, I don't know, like I guess she's like the straight man to Scott Lang's like comedic role and that sort of thing, but like I don't know. She can fly. Ant-Man can fly because he has that flying ant, so I don't know. Like, what does she do? Nothing really.
He puts him in the right direction.
Yeah.
Keeps him kind of focused.
She is not as good as Black Widow. I will say this, and that'll be my last thing, and I'll say,
Okay.
fine. I'll put her in B.
I'll put her in C too. Yeah, C I think C's fair.
Fair enough.
She's definitely not better than Black Widow, or even Captain Marvel, I guess, considering power wise. But yeah, C.
All right, there you go. I'm up next with Vision, I guess. Eric's. Or yeah, sorry, your turn, Tyler. You're correct.
Vision,
Vision,
my boy, Vision. I think he. I when I made my list last night or the night before, I put him in A. I thought he was, some people thought he was boring. I thought he had a lot of character as he progressed. The ship of Thesis. No, I'm just kidding. That was so dumb.
I didn't reference that. Yeah,
that was terrible. No, with Wanda Vision, because he was just kind of playing along with it, and he knew that something wasn't right. He shouldn't be there. Something was going on, but he loved her, and like just how he just, he had all this programming, how he had to be I just thought he had a lot of character development, a lot of character arc, and he was really powerful, being able to pass through stuff, and and he was calculated, obviously, because he is an AI system, and I don't know, just all of Tony Stark's technology embodied with a Mind Stone, and to give him a little bit of personality, I think he's A tier for sure. He was A tier. He should have passed through Thanos. Why would he let him touch him? Ugh, that pissed me off. Just pass through him, dumbass. But whatever. But he did have the gauntlet and all the other stones, so
I would put him in B tier just alongside Wanda there. I don't think, like, he definitely had character growth, like the same way with Wanda there, but like before that it was kind of a a no name kind of guy. Same with Thor. Like if we're holding the good, the bad against the good, I'd say he belongs in the same kind of category there. Of he was a nothing kind of guy for a while until he had 8 episodes of TV to expand his role.
Right.
Yeah, I'd say B, but
I'm with you on that one. B. Yeah.
Okay, B. Sure.
I mean, he was good in Age of Ultron. That's where you see him and you kind of see the side of him, but then he slowly gets, less and less. I wouldn't say powerful, but less importance to the story. And then it's all about the stone. It's not about him. It's about what he has, right? It's like, oh, okay,
yeah, nothing to do with him.
Nothing to do with him, right? And then we finally see him in Wanda Vision, and he's a great character. It's fun to watch, and goes up there again. But
but he meant a lot to Wanda too, right? So it's like everybody's like, oh, the stone, gotta keep the stone safe, and then she's like, well, what about him and whatever? And he's like, gotta do what I gotta do because he's willing to sacrifice, but he is a machine, I guess, but not to her.
Still around though. He's not dead yet. I mean, he is dead, but the other version of him is still alive. So we'll see.
Downloaded all of his memories or uploaded, whatever, transferred his memories, and then ran away after. Gone. Like that's weird. Where did you go? What are you doing? Yeah. Weirdo.
Yeah.
All right, I'm up next with Sam Wilson, aka the Falcon, aka Captain America now. I'm gonna put him in B. I could maybe even put him in A. But we just haven't seen him enough as Captain America, I think, to put him in A yet. But yeah, that the whole Falcon Winter Soldier show just showed how fucking awesome he is and how he is totally the right guy to be Captain America now and that sort of thing. So I will say he is belongs in B.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, I would love the Falcon when he first came on, and now him being Captain America and his interest into that was really good. So B's, I agree with you on B for sure.
Yeah, B's good.
All right.
If it wasn't for the show, honestly, he would have been probably D or C, just another filler, just another character. He can fly, but then no, he has all the right morals. He has all the right stuff. Definitely the next Captain America. Sure.
Sure.
All right, cool. Well, Eric, you're up next with Wong.
Wong. He's hilarious.
He's hilarious. He's fun, but I mean, I have him in D category right now on my list because he is mostly just a background character instead of a character for Doctor Strange. I mean, when he's on screen, he's fun to watch. He has a few one-lines, but unfortunately, he's just kind of victim to just being a background kind of guy. So
I agree.
Yeah.
Our first male in the D category.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Sexist bastard.
All right, and Tyler, you have Yondu.
Yondu, Mr. Rooker, plays the same character, just a different color now. I thought he was pretty good. He's pretty cool with the arrow, and being Quill's dad. He's a hard ass. He's a douchebag. He's relentless. He's kind of a pirate, kind of bad guy, but well, he loved his son very much. And
I was your father, but I was your daddy.
Yeah.
I put him up in C, at least C for sure.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah, I think he's C tier for sure.
Yeah.
All right, now we gotta fight.
It was a good moment.
Now we're gonna fight. You're gonna win though. You're gonna win. That's okay though.
Should we post more arguments? I don't know. I just think
we kind of did argue a little bit about how he made the ultimate sacrifice. He slept whatever for how many decades, right? He's frozen and lost everything, with the girl of his dreams and all that stuff too, and woke up and he was just like in a whole new world kind of thing, kind of like Scott Lang. But it was only about what? How long was it for him when he was in the quantum realm?
5
to
years.
Him? No, to him though, it was only like
5 minutes.
Like something like that, 5 minutes or
an hour or two or something.
Something like that. Something crazy. And then he came out and he's like, everybody's gone.
Yeah.
And then it was
I will say, I love Ant-Man, okay? For sure.
Do you?
I do. Those movies are fucking hilarious. Scott Lang is awesome. But I just, you can imagine an MCU without Ant-Man. I don't think you can imagine an MCU without Captain America in it.
This is true. You need a real hero. Someone that is just through and through hero. Yeah, you're right. Fuck, I hate to admit it.
The only thing with Captain America that just bugs me to this day after what end of Endgame was, so he goes back and has his awesome life with Peggy, but yet does nothing about it. He knows what's going to happen 50 years down the line, and yet all he does is give Sam a shield. So
Well, I think maybe it would have caused time.
Yeah, you would have fucked
paradoxes
up the
and stuff,
timeline.
maybe.
I thought for sure in my mind, in Winter Soldier, there's a line where Fury says, "Someone warned me that Shield was compromised." I'm like, well, maybe that is referencing that, right? Maybe Steve kind of hinted at that, something like that, maybe, but he never does. It was all in my head, but I thought at least he'd be something like that kind of hinted at, but no, it's maybe we will down the road, but yeah, just that's one thing that really bugs me with that. He does the ultimate sacrifices, finishes the job, and then kept it all to himself for 50 plus years. It's like, oh, that's really, I don't know. That just kind of bummed me out. That was all. So yeah, could have saved a lot of lives and could have done a lot more down the line. But yeah, maybe he did. We just don't see it, right? So
True.
Yeah.
There's that potential rumored movie coming next. We don't know.
Yeah.
Or show possibly.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, you are right though, Scott. You definitely can have a Marvel universe without Ant-Man, but not one without Captain America. That is
very true.
The truest argument there. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and Groot should not be an A. But that's just me. He should not be an A.
And Chris,
He's not better than Doctor Strange, you fuckers. He's not. He's a trade.
hey, listen.
Powerful
you know what? Doctor Strange might get moved up to A with his next movie, possibly. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. See what you think after. Sam Raimi, who knows what he'll do?
Right.
what else is kind of off on there? Thor.
I still think Black Widow should be in B, but that's just
I think so.
I think C's fair.
Yeah, C's good.
All right. Well, shall we read through the list here just for recapping for audio listeners?
Sure.
So we have Need a Reboot, Okoye in there. D rank, we have Mantis, Nebula, Pepper Potts / Rescue, Monica Rambo / Photon, Shuri and Wong. At C tier, we have Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, Hawkeye, Captain Marvel, Drax, Gamora, Star-Lord, War Machine, Black Widow, Valkyrie, Wasp. Or Wasp isn't? Yeah, Wasp isn't C, yeah. Yondu. And B tier, we have the Hulk, Doctor Strange, Loki, Scarlet Witch, Nick Fury, Rocket Raccoon, Black Panther, Thor, Vision, and Falcon. And A tier, we have Groot, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Ant-Man, and the best, we have I Am Steve Rogers, Captain America.
I am Steven Rogers.
I am Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
There you go.
I
think I can live with that now.
Yeah.
Cool.
I guess.
I'll be honest. Maybe list myself. I didn't have the best. I had nothing picked for that. Everything was 8 to 8.
Oh, really?
No, I never picked the best. No.
Really?
I couldn't do it. Yeah.
Interesting. Who did I have as the best? I think I did. Hold on. What did I do?
If you didn't have Ant-Man as your best, then where the fuck did that come from?
No, Ant-Man was the best, and Doctor Strange were tied for the best.
Okay,
Ant-Man and Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Tyler just pulls out, I had Nick Fury as the best. It's like, what the fuck? Just out of nowhere. Yeah, actually, Ant-Man's the best.
Oh, God.
Cool. All right, well, that was a long episode, but hey, hopefully you enjoyed that one. We wanted to do something special here for you guys. If you're watching the video on YouTube, leave a like and subscribe. If you're listening on a podcast service, give us 5 stars, give us thumbs up, subscribe, and head over to our Facebook page, like the page, and comment the question for Ask Us Anything on Monday. And that's going to do it. We'll be back here for Friday with another topic. Until then, we'll see you later.
See ya.
See you guys.